Hi everyone, welcome to tonight's Facebook and Instagram Live. I'm Christine Daal from Fashion Ninja Warrior, and tonight is episode 89, Why You Don't Need a Manufacturer. And I know a lot of you are perplexed on this topic, and I know you're gonna get a ton out of tonight's episode. So as always, don't forget to share this video. If you're on Facebook, just let people know they actually can't watch it until they're inside our Fearless Fashionpreneur Facebook group. If you're on Instagram, you can't share it, but you can tag people, so please tag people, let them know about this. It will be up in our stories for 24 hours afterwards. If you want to watch the replay, head over to our Fearless Fashionpreneur Facebook group to watch the replay. Also, give me your hearts, give me your thumbs up. I love it, guys. It's like oxygen to me. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. Your comments, come on live with me. I'm actually going to be starting to do a new thing. I've never really brought random people on live with me. Polly wants to know, how do you start the live video? So if you're on Instagram, as soon as you come onto the live, it will pop up and say, do you want to request to be on live? And you have to tap that button. If it's already passed, you have to close out of the live and come back in. So hopefully that helps. Yay, yay. Hey, everybody. Hi, Alicia, Daisy, Shayna, Miriam, Sharona. Hi, how are you? Good to see so many on. So tonight, as I mentioned, we are going to talk about why you don't need a manufacturer. We're going to discuss why finding a manufacturer should not be the number one thing on your to-do list, the 3 most important things that you need to actually focus on besides manufacturing, the difference between marketing and sales. I'm going to give you 2 examples of brands that are killing it that don't have a manufacturer, and so much more. So are you guys ready? So I have spoke to hundreds, if not thousands, of fashionpreneurs at this point in my career. And the number one goal and or struggle that all of you tell me is, I need to find a manufacturer. This is literally the number one goal and or struggle I hear from all of you. This should not be your number one goal. In fact, with the method that I teach, finding a manufacturer is about goal number 4 on the list, okay? So there are 3 more important things that come way higher on the list than actually finding a manufacturer. And there's many reasons why you don't need a manufacturer. So let's get into them. Who wants to hear all the reasons that you don't need a manufacturer? Give me a yes, amen, give me a hands raised. I do. I want to hear from you guys. So drop it in the chat. Hey, Akira, Natasha, Naima, oh my gosh, I keep pronouncing your name wrong. Nahima, oh my gosh, am I like butchering your name? I'm really sorry. Please forgive me if I butcher your name, guys. Alexandra, okay, Miriam says yes. Sharona, yes. Daisy, yes, I do. Okay, cool. Awesome, guys. All right, so number 1, the number 1 reason you don't need a manufacturer, you can't actually afford a manufacturer, meaning you don't have enough money in your pocket right now to fund your production. That's what I mean by that. You can't afford a manufacturer. You don't have the money in your pocket right now in order to do production. Meaning funding and financing needs to be much higher on your list of to-dos than actually finding a manufacturer and or figuring out your pre-sales launch strategy. So you guys know that if you've been following me for a while, I emphasize pre-sales like crazy. Thank you. I love these earrings too. I'm actually selling them. There's no more multi left, but we do have black and all red still available. So let me know. It's in my Instagram stories. Highlights stories. Okay. So you need to focus on pre-sales, right? So either you're going to fund or finance your line some way, shape, or form, or you're going to pre-sell your line and get that money up front, right? So we talk about this a lot in Facebook Lives 53. We talk about how to fund your line. In Facebook Live 61, I talk about how to start a line with $0. Yes, literally how to start your line with $0. And we cover this in depth in class 1 of the Fashion Startup Intensive, which is called the Fashion Business Foundation, as well as class 5 of the FSI, where we talk about crowdfunding, and class 6, where we talk about pre-sales. So if you're in the FSI, go back and watch those classes. If you're not, definitely consider taking the FSI or going in and watching those Facebook Lives that we talk about this. So number 1, you don't need a manufacturer because you actually can't afford a manufacturer, meaning you can't afford to do production. So you have to figure out that part of the equation first. How are you funding your production? Are you getting investors? Are you doing grants, bank loans? Are you doing pre-sales? What are you doing to actually fund that production? Okay, number 2, the second reason you don't need a manufacturer, you don't even have proof of concept. Guys, this is so, so crucial. If you've been following along with a lot of the case studies that we've been doing on all these very successful fashion brands, almost every single one of the ones that we've done so far, they got proof of concept, meaning they made a sample, whether they made it themselves or they hired a seamstress to make it for them, and they sold it to someone. Someone purchased this sample for the price that they set, found value enough in order to give their money to you in order to purchase it, right? So you have to have proof of concept. You think your idea is great, but we need to make sure other people actually think your idea is great. And not only that it's a great idea, but also people are willing to pay the price that you have actually set for it. Hey, Sherman Daal, how are you? So you need proof of concept. And so in order to do this, in order to get any kind of proof of concept, you need to first figure out who your target customer is. And then secondly, you need to make a sample, right? So target customer research, target market research needs to be top on the list, as well as sample development needs to be top on the list. You need to make some kind of sample to get some kind of feedback and hopefully a sale so that you actually know that your idea is going to work. And if you want more information on this, we covered it in Facebook Live number 49, how to take your idea from a sketch all the way through to a final garment. And we cover this in great detail in class 2 of the FSI Market Research Made Easy. We talk about a lot of how to find out who this direct target customer really, really is without guessing. Okay, there's actually ways to figure out who this target customer is. And in class 4 of the FSI, we go through sample development, product development, all that stuff. So if you can sew the first sample yourself, even if you're not the best seamstress, guys, even if you're not the best pattern maker, I don't care if you go to the store and you buy a Butterick pattern or a Vogue pattern and you botch this thing up, right? Just to get some idea, just to make sure what you're looking to do actually works, that the fabrication that you're looking to do it in actually works, and that somebody actually likes it besides you, and hopefully they're not a friend or a family member also, okay? Alicia May, I listed all the Facebook Lives to go back and watch inside the notes. So just go up into the show notes, okay? Next, number 3. The third reason you don't need a manufacturer is because you don't even have a social media following or an email list or any kind of website traffic. And to me, this is 10 times more important than finding a manufacturer, okay? You need to figure out who you are selling to and actually start garnering that tribe and building that tribe. So this needs to be much higher on your list than finding a manufacturer. And we talk a lot about this in Facebook Live number 38, what I wish I knew when I got started in this business. We talk about in-depth email marketing. And then of course in the FSI, in our Fashion Startup Intensive, class 3, class 9, class 10, I literally give you guys every single thing you would need to know about how to drive traffic to your online store, how to build up your social media following, and how to build up your email list. So these 3 things really, really need to come first, way before finding a manufacturer. Now, I'm not saying at any means that finding a manufacturer is easy, but there are enough of them out there that you don't need to worry about this, okay? Everyone in the beginning, I don't know why. If someone could please tell me why, I would love to know from you guys. Please drop it in the comments. If you want to come on live with me, request to come on live. If you're on Facebook, hit that little icon at the bottom to request to come on live. If you're on Instagram, hop off that live, come back on the live, and you'll see the notification to request to come on live with me. I would love to have someone legit tell me why everyone is so concerned about finding a manufacturer. There are a gazillion manufacturers out there, guys. We literally have a list of over 90, probably over 100 at this point, preferred vendors and suppliers that we work with within the United States and also overseas. It is not difficult to find a manufacturer. Now, it is difficult to find a good one, and it is difficult to find one that's willing to work with startups and has low minimums and will do it at the price that you need it, but it's not hard to find one. What's harder, believe it or not, is building a tribe. I have so many people come to me. They're crying. They have beautiful product. Their website is gorgeous. They're ready to sell and they can't get any sales. Why? Because they didn't focus on building a tribe. It really, really needs to be top priority of your list, okay, of things to do. So focus on these 3 things, right? Number 1, let's recap. Who wants to tell me what number 1 was? Funding, financing, pre-sale strategy, figuring out how you can actually afford a manufacturer, okay? Number 2, proof of concept. Who's your target customer? How are you selling to them? And get a sample made so you can actually get proof of concept. And number 3, build your tribe, okay? So these 3 things have to come first, way before finding a manufacturer. And then once you have those 3 things down, then you need to put together a marketing and sales strategy. So a lot of people come to me, they say, do I need a business plan? Can you help me write a business plan? Business plans are not that important, guys. Yes, it's important to do all the steps involved in a business plan. You want to look at who your target customer is. You want to think about what price point you're going to sell to. You need to figure out, what market segmentation and channels of distribution you're going to do. And all of that stuff is really, really important. But honestly, having a marketing sales strategy is much more important than having a business plan. So if you have a marketing plan or a marketing sales strategy, whatever you want to call it, much, much more important than finding a manufacturer and much, much more important than doing a business plan. You need to know how you plan to market your product and how you plan to sell your product. And there is a difference. Marketing and sales are not the same thing. So I want to ask you guys, does anyone want to come on live? Let's see, did anyone request? Did anyone request to come on live? Who wants to come on? Come on, guys, let's make this interactive and fun. Did anyone request to come on live? Fojo. Let's see if you'll come on, Fojo. Fojo is unable to join. What happened to you, Fojo? I want to bring you on live. Come back. Anyone want to come on live? All you have to do is hop off. Okay, Jack's Odyssey wants to come on. Jack's Odyssey. Come on with me. Okay, we're waiting. Jack's Odyssey is unable to join. Ah, she dissed me. Wants to come on live with me. How do you request to come on live? All you have to do is off the live and come right back on, and you'll see a notification pop up on Instagram that says request to come on live. Oh, somebody just did it. Jack's Odyssey, what happened? I'm reading your questions too, guys. Business is not marketing at all. Livewire Kicks, can you explain what you mean by that? Do you want to come on live with me? Who wants to come on live? Jaslyn, I feel like you don't need manufacturers to start your fashion business. Yes, girl, this is literally what I am talking about. Okay, let's see here. We've got Oblong Box Shop. Will she come on? Add. Let's see. Danielle, are you there? Connecting. Hey.
Hi.
How are you, Danielle?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for coming on live with me.
Yeah, this is so exciting.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. So, do you want to answer the question, the difference between marketing and sales? Do you have any thoughts?
Well, I mean, marketing is how you get sales.
They are
So
connected,
you
yes.
have to market, right. I mean, you have to market in order to get the sales.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, you are totally right. So marketing is everything that you do to attract your prospects, to attract leads, basically to get people in the funnel, right? So you start out with a funnel, it's bigger at the top, and you want to move people down the funnel into the very bottom where they all buy, right? So marketing is like all the things that you do to get the people in the funnel.
right, correct.
And now, so what are some of the things that you're currently doing to get people in your funnel?
Well, I do a lot of different things. You know, I work with influencers.
Okay,
A lot.
influencer marketing. Oh no, you broke up a little. There you go.
Oh, sorry.
You're back.
How about now?
You're back.
Okay. I market a lot on Instagram. I do a lot of stories. I find that people really watch the stories. They're very interactive, you know?
Yes.
So that really works really well for me. I don't normally pay for ads on
Okay.
Instagram.
Okay.
it doesn't seem to give me results.
Okay. It could be a number of things, and ads is a whole separate topic. And I tell people, if you're going to do real ads, not just boosted posts, because you can do boosted posts on Instagram and Facebook. To me, that's not real ads where you're really going in, digging down, and really finding your direct target customer that you want to target. If you're just doing boosted posts or something, that's fine. You can totally do that on your own. But for real ads, I would recommend hiring someone to work with you to really get the kind of results.
Right, definitely.
And so tell everyone.
And then,
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say the other thing that I do is really, it's recommendations and word of mouth. I repost my customers wearing my outfits.
Yes, really good.
It really seems to generate sales from that,
Yes.
So.
User marketing, social proof marketing. Yes, that's awesome. That's really, really effective. So I'm glad that you're already doing that. Very cool.
Definitely.
So tell everyone what your business is, what your Instagram is, so everyone can follow you.
I'm the owner and designer of the Oblong Box Shop. I'm a vintage-inspired designer from San Diego, California, and I've been doing this about almost 9 years now. And my website is theoblongboxshop.com.
So it's theoblongboxshop.com. Everyone go there and follow her.
Yeah. So that's what I do. Right now, actually, we're crazy making masks out of all my leftover fabrics. So
yes, a lot of people are making the masks. Now, are you putting any kind of filter inside the mask?
No, I'm not. It was really hard to find filters for me. Now you can buy them easier online. But I really wasn't doing that because I was just had my hands full just trying to get the orders out.
Oh, you broke up. Oh, there we go.
So
Okay.
you can put a filter in there if you wanted to.
Oh, good. Okay, so you have the little pockets in there. Okay, great. And how much are you selling your masks for?
They're $10 to $12 depending on the fabric. So
awesome.
They're just these, they're just these plain ones with the pleats on them.
Mm-hmm.
These ones are thicker, heavy. Some that I don't have them right here, but they're printed with cute fabrics on them, and those are a little cheaper because the fabric's not as heavy. But these are more if you're going to work, maybe if you're working with the public, these would be good for that. So we have a little bit more industrial kind of ones for that. And then we have the funner ones, for going to the grocery store. So.
Okay, awesome. So if anyone needs a mask, head on over to her website. Any specific questions that you have about manufacturing?
Oh, well, do I have specific questions, ma'am? Okay, well, this is a funny story. I dropped off about 800 masks at my factory to be made.
Okay.
And when I went to go pick them up, I was missing about 100 of them. And I asked them what happened to my masks, and they said that they accidentally gave them to another customer, and that customer sent them off to a hospital in Miami, and they're gone, and that's it. And I'm like, what? So really, and the thing is, this has happened to me quite a few times, weird mistakes like this or something, and then the manufacturer kind of tries to put the blame. They're like, and they don't take the mistakes. And I'm so tired of that,
A lot of shady stuff does go on in this industry. And some of it is not shady. Some of it is honestly just we're humans making mistakes, right? Humans are sewing your stuff, and it's just a very difficult industry and field to really keep organized, right? And so, I would say if you're having the same issues over and over again with the same manufacturer, then maybe there's a problem with the manufacturer, right? But if it's here and there, or different manufacturers have different issues, it might just be a human error thing. Or, can you be more organized when you're dropping things off? Hey, please sign for this. This is what I'm giving you. 500 pieces of this, 1,000 pieces of this, 100 labels, 100 hang tags, whatever it is, and make them sign and check everything off. They're kind of liable for it.
Yeah. I think that's things straight when you're dropping off so much stuff, so that's a good idea. I'll definitely have to have that, a list. And I did think I'd give them a list, but of course it gets lost and they're like,
Yes. Email it, make sure you make them sign it, everything. Like every form of communication is always good. Okay, awesome. Well, it was so good having you on, Danielle. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I really love watching your lives, and I listen to them as much as I can when things aren't crazy. So thank you so much for all of your information.
You're so welcome. It was so good having you on our LA tour, too. It's been a while since you came, but it was fun.
I want to go again. But
yeah.
I don't know when we're going to be able to do anything.
I know. We'll be doing our next one, we think, at least for right now, in June. So we pushed it back a little bit because of everything happening. But yeah, we should be doing one in June. So.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you.
Awesome. Thanks. Stay well.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so that was awesome. So anybody else that wants to come on like that, please do so. So we talked a little bit with Danielle there, the difference between marketing and sales. So marketing is getting everyone in the funnel, right? It's what you do to attract people. It's what you do to get awareness about your brand, right? So it could be social media, it could be email, SEO, blogging, PR, advertising, and advertising specifically about awareness and funnel building, like lead building, right? Lead generation ads, not specific sales ads. And it's basically, if you have an online site, it's basically everything that you're doing to get people to come over to your website. That's marketing. Now, some of you might have heard or learned the 4 P's of marketing or the 5 P's of marketing: product, price, place, promotion. The 5 P's would be like people, if you wanted to put people in there. I don't focus on the other P's. I really only focus on the promotion. Like, to me, marketing is promoting your brand, right? You're getting your brand out there in one way, shape, or form. Sales, on the other hand, is everything that you do to get those people that you've been promoting to, all those people that you've been generating in your funnel, right? You've been getting them to come into the funnel. It's everything that you do to get them to buy, right? So that's sales. So once they're in the funnel, you need to convert them into buyers. So if you are doing ads, this would be a direct ad to buy something. So if you're doing an ad for a purchase of a product, that would be a sales related ad as opposed to an ad that's just about awareness of your brand, right? If you're selling online, this is everything that you're doing once they're already on your website to get them to convert to actually buy. And there's a lot of strategies that we teach. I think there's over 12 strategies that we teach in our How to Drive Traffic Online and Boost Sales class about how to actually convert that traffic once you do have the traffic into buyers. Are you creating FOMO? Are you creating scarcity? Shopify has tons of different apps that we talk about on, converting that traffic. Are you doing abandoned cart emails and all of that stuff? Do you have customer service or a live chat? Are you chatting live with your customer in one way, shape, or form? If so, whatever sales tactics or sales scripts or selling techniques that you're using on those chats, on that customer service, that's all sales related. You're trying to get that person to buy something, right? If you're selling to stores, maybe you're not doing online, this would be all the phone calls that you make to buyers or all the in-person drops that you do at stores where you just drop by, you drop in to kind of see if you can talk to the buyer or talk to the store owner or something like that. You're pitching your line, right? That's sales. Now, these two do both work hand in hand. So if you want, really good sales, you need really good marketing. And the problem that I find is that most everyone is focusing only on sales. Oh, I need sales. I need sales. I need sales. But everyone's forgetting about the marketing. Marketing leads to sales. They go hand in hand. You can't have sales without marketing. So really, really important that you're warming up your leads first. Right? So people are coming into the funnel. They're probably cold. They've never heard of you. They've never been exposed to your brand, right? They're coming in and then they're trickling down. And as they trickle down, they get to know your brand more. They get to like you. They get to trust you. Once they trust you, they will buy from you, right? This is all part of marketing. It's just like you would do if you were going on a date, if you were dating someone, right? You don't ask for their hand in marriage on the first date, right? You got to work your way up to that. So it's the same thing here. They start out as a cold lead, and then you warm them up more and more and more. They become more and more exposed to your brand. They like you. They see you on Instagram. They get an email from you. They hear about you at a trade show. You get an article written up about you, which, by the way, we got featured on WWD, which I'm super excited about. So head on over to our Instagram to check out that article that they wrote about us in our Instagram course, Intelligent Instagram. So it's like dating. You can't ask for their hand in marriage right away. You need to warm them up so that they get to know you, like you, and trust you, and then buy from you. So we'll talk about 2 other reasons that you don't need a manufacturer. Number 1, if you are doing custom, made-to-measure, bespoke type items, you don't necessarily need a manufacturer for that. You might need a sample maker. You might need a pattern maker, something like that, of course, to actually make these samples for these people. But you don't necessarily need a full-blown manufacturer to do something like that. And if you want to see a good example of a successful brand that's doing this, head on back to watch our Facebook Live episode 24, where we did a live interview of Gurjot, New York. She is an amazing fashion brand that does a lot of custom and made-to-measure type stuff for women. So go back and watch that episode. And if your orders, second reason that you also don't need a manufacturer, if your orders are just not that big enough. Maybe you have only a couple of orders a month. Maybe you've got, 1 order a day. Like, can you sew that yourself? Can you hire someone to sew that for you? It doesn't necessarily mean that you need a full-blown manufacturer. I literally just talked to a woman the other day. She has a children's clothing line. It's very highly customizable. Basically, she's set up her own mini factory. She's got 7 cutters, 30 seamstresses, a project manager to kind of manage the whole thing. And so she doesn't really need a manufacturer. Now she's kind of looking into getting a manufacturer because her order size is getting so big. But if your orders are like 1 a day, can somebody sew that for you on the side? Does your mom sew? Does your grandma sew? Do you know someone that can do it if you can't sew yourself, right? So that you can keep it really small and keep your overhead low so that you can make the most money. House of Jillian Avery, name again for what? The interview, the fashion brand, House of, Gurjot, New York. Gurjot, New York. I think that's what you're asking me for. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I think Jungle Hippie wants to come on. Let's see. Jungle Hippie, are you there? And that timing for your marketing, we haven't launched yet, but I'd like to start getting people into the funnel. Yes, you can literally start marketing today, guys, okay? Marketing starts immediately. Hey, Adelaide, nice to see you on. It starts immediately. Everyone waits. Why are you waiting? You do not need to wait. Hey, Jackie, how are you?
I wasn't sure if you were gonna put me live or not.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to support you.
I love it. How's it going, girl?
Man, one day at a time.
I know.
Gotta be grateful for what we
I
have.
know. It's crazy times that we're living in.
Yeah.
Very, very crazy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it is.
Tell everyone your name, the name of your brand, what's your Instagram, all that fun stuff.
Okay, so my name is Jackie. My business is Jungle Hippie. The Instagram is the Jungle Hippie Boutique. My website is junglehippie.com. And for the past 5 years, I've had a traveling fashion boutique where I have made clothes, a bunch of one-of-a-kind things, as well as a production side, also all done in Southern California. I've only been selling my own designs for almost 3 years now. Okay. And now, because of all of the
COVID and pandemic and quarantine.
Yeah, so I can no longer set up outside, and so I am now in the process of transitioning my... Sorry.
There we go.
Yeah, all online.
Okay.
So
you weren't selling online before this, or you were?
No.
You weren't selling at all?
I definitely have customers all over the country that would contact me, and I've definitely done custom things for customers in other states. I've definitely shipped to people all over the country, for sure. But they always contact me themselves directly after we meet. Okay. And the wholesale accounts that I have collected also were also customers of mine that bought my stuff when they were traveling or whatever, and they went back and they said, hey, I want to carry your stuff in my shop.
Awesome.
But now they're having their own problems.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
I don't have anything going on right.
Yep. So if you ever needed a fire to be lit under your butt, now's the time, right?
Yeah, here we go.
Yes. If you're not selling online, guys, you need to be. Especially because we don't know what is going to happen to retail, even when everything does come back. I mean, stores have canceled orders. They're not even going to have new stuff in the store to sell to you. It's going to be like shopping for sweaters in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be tough for retail for sure. So take matters into your own hands. Definitely do online sales. So do you have any questions regarding marketing, sales, manufacturing? Can I answer a question for you?
I wouldn't say that I have necessarily questions specifically. I always want to hear everything that you're talking about, so I try to watch, and listen and pay attention as much as I can all the time. I was in the process of trying to get some production stuff going, but now with all this, that's definitely on pause. And eventually I plan to, make my own patterns and make my own stuff, but most of my stuff, because of my whole situation, is still in a storage unit in another city right now.
Right.
But one day at a time,
Yeah.
So,
cool.
Yeah.
Well, it was good having you on.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
thank you.
definitely.
You're awesome.
And how far do you travel normally with your traveling boutique? Like, is it out of the state?
So I have traveled around, but within the past year or so, I've really just settled into San Diego. I've gotten some regular places in San Diego that I felt was much better for me, and I was really very consistent in Ocean Beach in San Diego and a little bit in Oceanside and a little bit in between, but I was really in Ocean Beach really strongly for a while until all of this happened, and so I guess not so much traveling anymore.
Okay. Yes. Well, anyway, once the quarantine is over, everyone who's in that area, go find Jackie and the Jungle Hippie Boutique, traveling boutique, and go online right now, buy something, support her small business. It's only going to come back to you tenfold. And, small businesses are hurting right now, so anything that you can do to support small businesses is awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jackie. Thanks for coming on.
My pleasure.
Okay, stay well. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, you too. Bye.
All right, guys. So what else did I want to talk about? Oh, so this is also why we don't sell factory lists. So I had someone, again, ask me today, and I hope she's on right now. We do not sell factory lists, okay? Unfortunately, I'm not in the business of selling lists. I'm in the business of helping people succeed in this fashion industry and have a profitable fashion business. And by me giving you a list, that is not enough. You need way more than just a list to really succeed in this industry. Having a list by itself is like having a list of ingredients without actually having the instructions of the recipe of how to put it all together. I can tell you, go get some eggs, flour, sugar, and baking powder, but if you don't know the exact combination and how to put it all together, that is going to be useless. Hey, Monique. So we do not sell the factory list. I want you to succeed. I want you to come on a factory tour or join our Fashion Startup Intensive so that you can really get the foundation that you need in order to be successful. So that's all I have for you guys tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Go back and watch those Facebook Lives that we mentioned. I put links all inside our Facebook group there in the show notes. If you are already doing our Instagram 20 for 20 challenge, or if you're not, today's day 14 of the 20-day challenge. People are getting crazy results from this 20-day challenge. Join us. It's amazing. People did it in the beginning of the year. We had one girl go from 8% engagement to 14% engagement in 20 days, which is crazy. So join our 20 for 20 IG challenge. If you want to put yourself in the best financial situation possible at this time, take our Fashion Startup Intensive course. Go to fashionninjawarrior.com/FSI and learn all about it there. Literally everything I covered in today's live is covered in depth inside that course. And then we want to hear from you. Vote for your next Facebook Live topics. We're going to be doing some awesome new virtual events. I'm super excited to be bringing these to you guys. There's a link to our survey inside our Fearless Fashionpreneur group and in my Instagram bio. The next Facebook Live next week is going to be all about qualities needed to be a great business owner. But then we want to hear from you. What other topics do you want to hear? I so far have how to multitask and be productive. That's a very popular topic. And then horror stories I've seen in this business is also very popular. And then virtual events, we're thinking of doing vision board party, movie night. Do you want a seminar about how to design with trends and prints? What do you guys want? I want to hear from you. So please, please take the survey. I would love to hear from you. Jungle Hippie, yes, she's inside our FSI and is loving it. She's getting so much great, valuable information on it. So awesome. Thank you guys. It was so good seeing all of you. I love you all. Stay well, stay safe, stay mentally well, guys. Like, take some time. Do a mental health check. I know a lot of people are getting depressed. People have a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety. Like, shove all that stuff out. Be grateful that you are alive, that you are waking up to a healthy body, that your family is okay. I pray all of you would be very, very healthy and safe during this time. So I love you all. Thanks so much, and tune in next week. Bye.